How's it, Indian Cowboy, docsports.com. Finish on Sunday, June the 18th, as we get this video to you. Missed a video yesterday, but we're going to get you a video today. Excited to get you a free pick here between Minnesota and Vegas in the WNBA. Also talk to you about Chicago, Washington, and the White Sox in Seattle. So extra content for you today. Hello, my name is Indian Cowboy. This is Doc Sports. Indian Cowboys have been around for 19 years. Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. I have a doctorate and a master's in biostatistics. That's how these algorithms work. Welcome to my podcast. Our best selections are over at docsports.com under Rune Shiva. Our next best selections are our YouTube premium content, where we give you about 3 selections today, 3 extra selections, all for just $20 a month. It is our teaching channel where we teach you how to fish, how to look at ball games more in depth, and it divides into YouTube silver and gold. Silver is the 3 extra selections per day, and then gold is the same thing as silver, except you get a live show, which we're working on as 6 days a week. I am going to do a live show for YouTube Premium at 2:30 Eastern for silver and gold today. And I'm also on YouTube Premium going to release a bunch of premium selections because we didn't do a YouTube Premium video yesterday. Our final best selections are our free picks and leans, which is the video that you're watching right now. Free $60 for the premium selection in the link below, as well as the link to how to get to YouTube Premium is there as well. If you want even more content, hop onto our Twitter. It has our consensus reports, our trends on late night ball games, and our hot takes on sports. So how did we do in our premium selections yesterday? Well, I think we dropped our baseball selection on the Rockies. We have a winning season in baseball right now. We have a 7-unit selection in baseball today, which we're excited about at 4:10. Both of them go off, and the 7-unit WNBA selection at 4 p.m. Our last 7-unit WNBA selection, as you know, was on Seattle plus the 7, and they won outright against Dallas. And the 6-unit baseball selection today, and our last 6-unit baseball selection was Seattle and Miami under the posted total, which won recently in baseball as well. So super excited about this selection here. I think we're going to have a great baseball season, great WNBA season. And then soccer, of course, Spain, Croatia go off today, and a 4-unit winner on Croatia recently. And MMA, great 2-0 MMA weekend, plus 1380. All right, let's get to your free play winner today. Remember, we have a 7-unit baseball selection at 4:10, and we have a 6-unit baseball selection at 4 o'clock, and a 7-unit WNBA selection at 4 o'clock. Your free pick today is I like the Minnesota Lynx here. You can grab them at a lot of points here, plus the 17 against Vegas. Look, I know it's very scary going against Vegas here. You have a 3-7 and a 9-1 team, but I think the dog will bark here today. Minnesota just won 77-72 over LA. Minnesota just beat LA by 5 points, and now they're a massive dog against Vegas. Vegas just beat Seattle 96-63. I think they have a monumental letdown because it was Seattle coming off their first win, which is why they were a little too excited, and Vegas thumped them. Vegas just beat Chicago 93-80. So back-to-back wins for them. But I think they have a bit of a letdown here because Minnesota lost by 21 points last time against Vegas. I don't see that here. I think it's a great spot for Minnesota to do well. I think they can be a decent dog here, and I think they can be super competitive. And if you go back to that previous Minnesota game against Vegas, and I know the public's slightly on Minnesota here, but that's okay. It's really, first of all, it's really hard for Minnesota to beat LA in back-to-back games, and they did that. LA had revenge, and Minnesota had enough guts to beat them. And keep in mind that even in that Minnesota game against Vegas, they gave up 94 points. I don't think they're going to do that here. And they only shot 33% from the field in that game, and Vegas ended up shooting 44% from the field. I don't think that happens here again. So I'm going to take Minnesota plus the 17 today. Your other lean today is I like Chicago in the WNBA. I like the Sky here. I like the plus 5.5. Chicago lost to LA. Vegas has now Indiana on deck. That should motivate them plenty. Chicago lost to LA and Vegas, and now to Indiana. That's what I meant to say. So Chicago's lost 3 in a row, and the loss to Indiana I think is going to motivate them plenty. And, they were up against Indiana, and then they got outscored 17-29 in the end. Washington just beat this team by a bucket back in May. Chicago has massive revenge coming in, and it makes all the sense in the world to back Chicago plus the 5.5 here, even though Washington is a good team. Washington is off of a huge win as well over Phoenix, so I think it's a letdown spot for them, and I'll take the Chicago Sky plus the 5.5. YouTube Premium is between Connecticut and LA Sparks, Giants and Dodgers, and Tampa Bay and San Diego. Your final lean for today is I like the Seattle Mariners today. White Sox just won 4-3 over Seattle. White Sox haven't won back-to-back games in forever. Seattle, on the other hand, has rarely lost back-to-back games in lately. They just lost 3-4 to the White Sox. Seattle lost in extra innings in a game they were up early, 2-0. You have Lynn and Miller here. Lynn had 17 runs in 14 innings of late. He struggled. Bryce Miller went 6-1-1 against Miami, 6-2-0 against Houston. Obvious choice here is the Mariners. I know the White Sox are a public favorite here. Seattle's a public favorite here, but I think it makes sense. Miller and Seattle on the bounce back, I think makes a lot of sense, and Lynn is not in rhythm. So let me go ahead and take Seattle as a lean too. That's what I have for you guys. YouTube Premium, I will see you in about 5 minutes. Indian Cowboy working hard for you every single day. Please take a moment to like and subscribe.